Hey guys, welcome back to Clyde Street Co Yoga. I'm your girl Rasheena Jarreau. Thank you for joining me today for yet another chair yoga routine. All you will need is a sturdy chair. Of course, you want something without wheels, just for your safety. So find a comfortable standing position in the middle of your mat and just take a few moments to find your breath, to center your thoughts, and to arrive on the mat today. Root down firmly through your feet. Take a deep breath in, lifting your hands on the inhale. Exhale as you drop your hands back down to the floor. Inhale your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower them down. One more time, inhale your arms up, really reaching upward here, and float them back down. I'm going to get into our shoulders a little bit. So roll your shoulders back for a few rotations. And roll them forward for a few rotations. We really want to warm up our shoulders here, because we're going to be opening up our shoulders quite a bit during this class. So you want to warm that area up. Bring your arms away from your body just a bit and drape your right arm over your head, guiding your neck into a gentle side stretch. Breathe into this stretch here. And gently release your head and lower your arm back down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Bring your left arm around your head, gently guiding it to the left. Breathe into the stretch on this side. And lower your arm back down. Allow your head to come back to a neutral position. So repositioning our feet here. Cross your right ankle over your left. Bring your hands above your head to touch and lean your body to the left for a side stretch. I'm going to hold this for another breath. And drop your hands, come back to a neutral standing position. Cross your left ankle over your right now. Bring your hands to touch above you and lean to your right. Opening up the left side body now. Come back to a neutral standing position. Excellent. So I hope you're doing okay. We are actually going to move a little bit more on our feet before we actually sit down. So kind of pedal your feet back and forth to get some movement there and do some toe stretches. Take a deep breath in, come up onto your toes. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, come up on those toes. Lower your feet down. Up on those toes, feet down, tiptoe up, heels to the floor. One more time, up on your toes, and come down, feet flat on the floor. Find your breath here. All right, so turn and face the back of your chair. We're going to lean on our chair a bit, but not fully. We're still using much of our legs to support our weight. Take a deep breath in, root down through your feet. As you exhale, sit your bottom back as if you are sitting in a chair. So taking on a chair pose. Right hand lifts up for a single-handed chair pose. Draw that hand back behind you as you circle your arm open. And draw it back in front of you for a full rotation before standing up. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. Take a deep breath in, sending our hips back for a chair pose. Left hand lifts up, rotates open towards the back of the room, and rotates back towards the front. Hold here and come back to a standing position. Moving into a downward dog variation, take a nice step back, enough to fully extend your arms over your chair. And just like in downward dog, you are free to keep a bend in your knees. Again, much of your weight is going to be on your legs, not your chair. And breathe into this downward dog, or modified downward dog. Careful not to overextend your shoulders here. I don't want you to put too much weight on them. And take a few steps back towards your chair. I'm going to come back into a chair pose, lifting our right arm up, pausing at the top, rotating our right arm back behind us before completing the rotation and coming to a stand. Beautiful. Left side. Send your hips back into a chair pose. Left hand lifts up, rotates back behind you. Pause here and complete the rotation. Another pause here and come back to standing. Wonderful. Take a few steps back into your downward dog yet again. Finding length in our arms, through our shoulders, across our back, but again, not putting too much pressure on our shoulders. Keeping a bend in our knees if that feels good, if our hamstrings happen to be tight here. And breathing, allowing our breathing to be easy. All right, come out of this, take a few steps forward and root down through your feet again. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling and exhale them down. Inhale them up once again and exhale them down. Resting your fingertips again on the back of your chair, you're going to step your left foot back for a lunge. When you feel steady through your feet, elongate your spine upward, feeling fully supported by your legs. We're going to open up our arms again, lift your left hand up, open it towards the back of the room, and rotate it back up in front of you. Going into another rotation immediately, rotate your hand back, and bring it back to rest on the chair. Beautiful. Continuing to test our balance here. Shift your weight to your front leg completely, bringing your left foot up behind you, using your chair as a balance for a Warrior 3 modification. Hold for a moment before drawing that left leg forward and standing once more. We're going to do that again on the other side. Right foot steps back for a forward lunge. Once you feel sturdy here, lift your torso and straighten your spine. Lift your right hand up, rotate it back towards the back of the room. Complete the rotation by bringing your arm up again. Going into a second rotation back towards the back of the room. And bring your hand back to rest on the chair, shifting into our Warrior 3 variation. Pop up on your front leg, extend your back leg fully behind you, using your chair for upper body support. And draw your leg in. Beautiful. Slowly roll up to standing. Take a deep breath in. As you shake out your legs, breathe out. Take another deep breath in, kind of making any organic movements with your legs and your feet that you feel like you need. Breathe out. Take your right foot into your right hand for a gentle standing quad stretch. We're going to hold this for a couple of breaths here. We're continuing to test our balance. I hope you're doing well. Touch your right foot down to the mat and let's do 3 leg lifts. 1, 2, 3 behind us. Before coming back to a standing position, take your left foot now into your left hand for a quad stretch and hold. Left foot lowers to the mat. Lift that leg behind you for 1, 2, 3, and come back to standing. We're going to do this round one more time. So right foot comes to your right hand for that quad stretch and hold here. Right leg releases down, steps back for 1, 2, 3 leg lifts, and step that right foot in. Left foot meets left hand for a quad stretch. Left foot touches down and kick back. 1, 2, 3, step forward. Take a deep breath in and gently walk your feet back for our modified downward dog. Find your breath. Let it be at ease. And when you're ready, gently walk your feet back in. Okay, so for the next portion of this class, we actually get to sit down. So come to a seated position, sitting tall, making sure that your sit bones are pretty even in your chair. Let your knees find themselves above your ankles and gently bend forward for a forward fold. Bring your hands to the tops of your knees and gently bring yourself back to an elevated seated position. Moving into cat-cows, jut your chest forward, lift your head for a seated cow pose. And pull your back towards the back of your chair, head lowers for a seated cat pose. Again, following your breath, transition back to a cow pose. And cat pose. Slowly come to a neutral spine. Allow your hands to still rest on your thighs. Get some organic movements into your neck here. Maybe gently roll it to one side and then roll it to the other. Bring your chin to your chest and kind of swivel your head and see if you can work out any tension that may be left in your neck. And then bring your head back to a neutral position. You're going to bring your right ankle to your left thigh and gently rotate your foot. So we're going to do ankle rolls here. Just a few rotations to one side and a few rotations to the other. And then draw your ankle closer to your pelvis for a figure 4 or a seated pigeon. And gently fold forward. This doesn't have to be a deep fold forward, just enough to really feel that right hip begin to open. And hold this stretch. Beautiful. Fold your right leg completely over your left. Bring your left arm on the inside of that top leg and rotate your torso to the right for a seated spinal twist. Use the back of your chair to support you and hold you in this twist. All right, untwist. Gently bring your legs back to a neutral position. Sit up tall and bring your left ankle over to your right thigh. Again, we're going to start with ankle rolls in one direction and then the other. Pull that leg into a truer figure 4 pose and gently lean forward enough to feel that hip engage. Make sure you're still relaxed here. Make sure your breathing is still calm. We're going to hold this for a couple of more breaths before moving on. All right, allow your left leg to completely fold over your right. Bring your right arm over your left leg and twist to the left. Once again, relying on your chair to anchor you in the twist. All right, untwist. You can rest your hands in your thighs and sit a bit more comfortably in your chair. Do keep your spine elongated though. And just take a few moments of silence here and allow your body to settle after all the movements that we've just done together. All right, when you are ready, you can begin moving and continuing on with your day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.